Welcome students. Let us continue our discussion on the topic projection of planes. Let us proceed to the next problem. A hexagonal plane of 40 mm side has one of its corner in HP. The surface of the plane is inclined 45 degrees to HP. Draw the projections. So as we have discussed in the previous class, we have to read the question and we have to get the answers for this three questions, that is what to draw, where to draw and how to draw. And if you get the answers for these three questions correct, there is very less chance that you will be going wrong in making the construction. So the first question is what to draw. So if you see here the highlighted part, a hexagonal plane. So we got the answer. First question, that is what to draw. We have to draw a hexagon of side 40 mm. Then where to draw. So here it is given has one of its corner in HP. So if it is given in HP, we will start from down, that is horizontal plane. So that's the answer to the second question, where to draw. So we have to start from below XY line. The third question is how to draw. How to draw. So here it is given that has one of its corner. So this is the main part now. If you want one of the corner in HP, the hexagon should be such that one of the corner of hexagon should come on the right hand side. So with this way we will proceed with the construction part. So starting with the construction, first we have to draw a partition line or the reference line, that is XX. Then as we have discussed, we have to draw a hexagon in HP. So we will start from down. So we will make a circle first for a construction of hexagon. A very light circle of radius 40. A very light circle, a very thin circle because it is just a part of construction. Then as we need one of the corner this side on the right hand side, we will make the diameter line like this. Again it should be very light. Then taking the compass and keeping with the same radius, keeping on the diameter line on the extreme right, you have to cut an arc at the top as well as bottom. Similarly, we have to keep at this particular end and cut an arc at the bottom as well as on the top. Now by means of a scale, you have to join all these points in dark. So this completes the construction of a hexagon. Now we'll give the namings. So as it is given that one of the corner in HP, now you can see this corner comes on the right hand side. So I will start the naming from here only. So let us say it is point A and then I will move anti-clockwise direction. Now we have also discussed in the earlier case that if step 1 we have started from down, then step 2 will be just above XY line. Step 3 will be just next to step 2. Then step 4 will be below step 3. Step 5 if required will be on the right of 4 and 6 will be at the top of 5. And this three stages or three steps, step number 2, step number 4 and step number 6, these three steps will be done by means of the projections. So now here also we have completed step 1. We are now proceeding further to step 2, which will be just made by means of the projection. So what you need to do is by means of a scale you have to draw the projections from each and every point. And now as they are projection lines, they should be very light. So taking projections from every point, and if your construction is perfect, E and C will lie on the same projector. Similarly, this B and F will lie on the same projector. Now, wherever this projector cuts the reference line, there we will give the namings. So here the naming, the projector from D cuts here, so this will be named as D dash. Then this is the projector for C and E both. So this is cutting here, so this naming will be C dash and E dash. Then the naming here will be B dash and F dash, and finally this will be A dash. Now we will complete step 2 by making this line dark. So starting from point D to point A, this will be made dark. So this completes our step 2. Now for step 3 will be just next to step 2, which will be here. So because it will be made in VP, here I will write down it is VP. Now because the question given is the surface of the place is inclined at 45 degrees to HP, as it is given it is inclined to HP, its true length will be seen in the opposite view, that is VP. That means we have to draw here. And as per logic also, we have to go for step 3, which is just next to step 2. So what I will do is I will just mark a point anywhere random here, and from this point I will measure 45 degrees. This here. And then we will join the point with this particular point, very light. Now we have to just orient this from A dash to D dash on this particular 45 degrees, because it is given that the plane is inclined 45 degrees to HP. So this entire lamina, that is plane from A dash to D dash, will be inclined at 45 degrees. So making sure that as it is given in the question, one of its corner in HP, the corner in HP, which corner? The corner which we have kept on the right hand side, that is A, should be on HP. On HP means on XY line. So this particular point will be your A dash, which will be on the XY line. So we got one reference. Now taking the distance from A dash to D dash, that is here. We'll measure distance from A dash to D dash, keep the center at this particular A dash, and cut an arc on this particular line. So the name will be this point which we have just got, the name will be D dash. And then similarly we have to mark the other points by taking the measurement from any of the point. Let us start with A only. You can also measure from D to C or any other point. So let us now measure the distance from A to CE. Then we'll keep again it on A, and cut an arc on this particular line. And this point we just now we got is C dash and E dash. Then similarly we will measure the distance from point A to BF, or you can also start from point D. You can measure from anywhere. You can measure from A to BF, or you can also measure from D to BF. And now because we have measured from D to BF, we will keep the compass on D and cut an arc on this particular line like this. So from the point where you measured, the same point should be kept at the center in the next step. So this point will be named as B dash and F dash. So we completed step 3. Now again, if you see on the right hand side, for step 4 it is circled. Circled means it will be just made by means of projections. So what you need to do is you need to take the projections from top and on the right side. So I will take the projections. You have to use the scale for taking the projections down. Very light projections from all the points, and then similarly you have to take the projections from the, and wherever it meets the projector from A from the top, that will be named as A here. So this will be point named as point A. Similarly, we have to draw the projections by means of scale from all the points. Now let us say I am going for point B, projections from point B. So you have to use scale. Now this projection from point B is intersecting the projection from point B from the top at this particular location. So this particular location will be termed as point B. Then going for C, B and C are on the same projector on this line, and C from top is on this projector. So the intersection point will be named as C, which is this one. Then for point D, D and A are lying on the same projector. So the intersection from top will be here. So this will be D. Then next E and F. So by means of scale again, we have to make the projectors from E and F. So point E is cutting this projector here. So this will be point E. And finally, this will be point F. Now the last part is the joining of this particular points. For this you need to take the help of stage 1 or step 1. So in step 1, A to B was joined, then B to C, C to D, D to E, and E to F, and then finally F to A. So same thing will be joined on this particular step also by means of the scale. So from point A, it will be dark now because it is a main object. So from point A to point B, then from point B to point C to point D, from E to F, and then finally F to A. So this completes the construction part. One important thing which students also forget is to make this particular line dark in step 3 from this A to point D. Maximum of them leave this and the marks can be deducted. So this point line A to D will be made dark, because what we are doing is we are just inclining this particular step. We are just inclining the line from step 2 in step 3. So whatever thing here is dark, it should be dark here also. And then finally we have to give the dimensions and complete the question. So for dimensions, the only two dimensions were mentioned in the question. One was a side 40 and the angle 45. So these two dimensions we will also mention in our diagram. So this completes the solution in all respects. So hope you have understood. So the only difference between the previous question and this question was, in earlier question it was mentioned that the side is on HP. So we kept the side on right hand side. We constructed the hexagon such a way that one of the side comes on the right hand side. And in this question it was told to us to keep the corner in HP. Hence the hexagon was constructed in such a way that one of the corner comes on right hand side. So this completes the solution. Thank you.